Hello and welcome to Jessie Bear Book Club. We like to talk about historical fiction, wild cards, Game of Thrones, and much, much more. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Today I want to talk to you about two masters of manipulation and their big similarities. Petyr Baelish, better known as Littlefinger, created by George R.R. Martin in the A Song of Ice and Fire universe, and Greg Hartmann, better known as Puppetman, created by Stephen Leigh in the Wildcard universe. Seeing that you are watching this video, I am going to assume that you know who both these characters are. Be warned, spoilers ahead. Both these characters are seasoned, well-respected politicians in their respective universes on the surface of things. But both have their own agenda and plot for their own good. Both characters are only children, which normally leads in adulthood to selfish behaviour. Both characters also frequent prostitutes. We know Littlefinger owns a number of brothels all over King's Landing, and I would not be surprised if he didn't enjoy their hospitality. We know Puppetman visits prostitutes. He visits Succubus, a well-known wildcard prostitute, who transforms into Andrea Whitman for him. He also meets up with Veronica, a high-class call girl later on in the series. Both Puppetman and Littlefinger seek power at any expense, no matter what they have to do to obtain it. They would watch the world burn if they could be king of the ashes. The two men also have hidden allies. Littlefinger has the Kettleblacks, Sir Dontos, and his many prostitutes. Puppetman has the oddity, Peanut, and Mackey Messer. But these are only a few of their many connections. They use these connections to influence the world around them. The pair also have big political rivals that know too much. Littlefinger's biggest political rival is Varys, and the largest threat to Puppetman is Chrysalis when she finds out his identity. If you want to know more about the similarities between Varys and Chrysalis, check out my video on the topic. There will be a link in the description. Both Littlefinger and Puppetman fell in love at a young age with women who rejected them. And through that rejection, obsession grew. Littlefinger is still very much in love with Catelyn Tully, despite her marrying Eddard Stark and many years passing. And Puppetman is obsessed with his childhood crush, Andrea Whitman, though she has been dead for many years. She is in his thoughts constantly, and the pair were also involved in the deaths of their first loves, but managed to keep their hands clean to an objective onlooker. Littlefinger started the War of the Five Kings by lying to Catelyn Tully about the origins of the dagger used in the assassination attempt on Bran's life. I believe this action was fueled by spite Littlefinger still harboured from his original rejection by Catelyn. Puppetman influenced a disabled boy to rape and murder Andrea Whitman as a child out of spite of her original rejection of him as a suitor. The two men find vulnerable women to replace their lost loves who rejected them. Both replacements look incredibly similar to the loves these two men actually want. Littlefinger settles for Liza Tully, Catelyn's very similar looking little sister, and Puppetman finds Succubus, who can take Andrea Whitman's form using her wildcard power. Both these women die in horrible situations designed by their lovers that get out of control. Littlefinger has to throw Liza Tully out the moon door after he misjudges her jealous reaction to him kissing Sansa Stark, a situation he contrived to make both Liza and Sansa grateful to him. Succubus was ripped apart during the Joker Town riots, which Puppetman arranged, thinking he could defuse the situation easily, demonstrating his power. This is a massive plot point in both universes. Both men also lose their first child to abortion. After Littlefinger gets Liza Tully pregnant, her father forces her to drink moon tea, so she can still be used in a marriage alliance he has planned for her. Puppetman causes his heavily pregnant wife to fall down the stairs using his wild card power because he believes the baby is sucking out his power. And in his mind, the baby has taken the persona of his rival Gimli, who is actually dead. We know this affects Puppetman greatly, and though we never get a Littlefinger chapter, I believe the loss of the child has affected him as well. The pair fall both head over heels in love with close relations of their first love. Littlefinger falls for Sansa Stark, Catelyn Tully's oldest daughter, and Puppetman falls for Sarah Morgenstern, Andrea Whitman's younger sister by 10 years. I also feel it is relevant to point out neither Sansa or Sarah fully trust Littlefinger or Puppetman. The two men also seem to be able to influence people from afar. We know for a fact Puppetman is an ace with the power to manipulate people's emotions to do his will after he has established physical contact with a simple touch. I strongly believe Littlefinger is a green seer who can manipulate people and influence them through dreams, like Bloodraven. He has also the characteristics of a green seer. He is small and slender even as a fully grown man and was sickly as a child. He is also described as having green eyes like a cat. We know green seers are normally small and sickly as children, like Jojen Reed, with strangely colored eyes, like Bloodraven. This is confirmed by Leaf when she is explaining things to Bran. We also know Littlefinger appears in Ned Stark's fever dream wearing Robert Baratheon's face. The Order of the Green Hand has a great video on this called Littlefinger Whispers in the Dark. I will leave a link in the description. If you want to know more about Littlefinger being a green seer, please check it out. But seeing how much Puppetman and Littlefinger already have in common, I wouldn't be surprised if they have similar secret abilities. Puppetman first appears in Wildcards Volume 1, which was released in 1987, and his last appearance was in Wildcards Black Trumps in 1995, 2 years before George R.R. Martin released Game of Thrones in 1997. I fully believe George R.R. Martin was inspired by Stephen Leigh's character Puppetman to create Littlefinger, a character cast in a very similar mold. But what do you think? Be sure to let me know in the comments below. And as always, this is just my opinion. Please remember to help out and like this video if you enjoyed it. You can also follow me on Instagram at Lady Jessica Riddell and on Twitter at Jessams. I post on Twitter regularly about my videos. If you want to see more book reviews, character comparisons, and fan theories, please subscribe to Jessie Bear Book Club. I try to post a new video at least once a week. See you next time on Jessie Bear Book Club. Bye!